Hello everyone, my name is Amos Nimas and welcome to this video in which I am making a platformer in C using SDL library. Is it going to be open source? I have no idea at the moment of the making of this video, but be excited because I will show you the code and let's dive in without further ado. Right now I'm just gonna show you what I have. It's called platformer and you launch it and you can jump around, you can move and jump at the same time, but as you can see the line on the floor, the ground, is not exactly equal with the collision, so we need to fix that. And I made this small compiler program which is just like the command to compile the program. Also, speaking of which, when you use nano you can use like -0 to not have the title at the top, which is my preferred way of doing it. You can disable it by default, but then you lose some control to be able to enable it and disable it at will, so I prefer to just use the 0 flag. Now let's go into the main code. It's possible that there's some noise in the background just because it's raining, so don't mind that. I imported this library which allows me to use Boolean inside of the project basically, and I'm just gonna use the 0 library again because I don't want the title, I just want to see the beautiful code. Let's put that in full screen if that's possible. Can I do that? I want full screen. There you go. Oh, that's amazing. I should do that more often. Damn, I should do that more often. So that's the code we have right now, and I'm looking at the to what I'm trying to do basically is just find the proportion of the ground rectangle and play with it, play with the variable, play with the collision. So to make this work, if I go into like a past render, it's not past this, it's before that. I have like this jump force added. This is for the input. It's before that we need to fix the issue, and we have like the movement gravity. If player is larger or equal than player ground, then player equal player ground, player minus rect.h. That's the cause of the issue right here. I'm pretty sure I solved the issue. Check for collision with the ground. Check for collision with the ground again. There you go. And now we can like recompile that. We can just recompile. I'm gonna show you the way I make my compiler because it's a nice trick. Basically, all I do is I take the command that I use to compile and I put an echo in front of it, and then I append it to an empty file that doesn't exist, that it's called compiler.sh, and then I make it executable by doing this, and which is the equivalent of doing shmud, I think, shmud plus x, something like that. I haven't used this comment for a long time because I have the alias x, which is just simpler to use for me. So like I said, let's compile this program, let's run it and see if it fixed the issue. It did not, because now we can't jump. Now can we jump? No, we can't jump. So we fixed one issue, we created another one. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. So why can't we jump? I bet it's in the jump action right here where we use the player height to see if there's a ground under us, but I'm not gonna do that, and we're gonna compile again, and we're gonna run the program again, and I still can't jump. Damn it, I thought that would fix the issue, but it didn't. And that's programming. That's just trial and error. And honestly, this video could be long and annoying if I just keep working at the code. So I just wanted to show you this basic project, a little bit of how it looks. Why am I using C? I really think it's more comfortable. I think that the language is simpler to use. The syntax is simpler. I think that C++ is too convoluted unless you're experienced with C. So go back to C first, get used to that, and then move up to C++. That's my philosophy, at least, concerning that. So yeah, why can't we jump? It's up here. Like, the issue is here. If the player is larger or equal the ground, basically if we are touching the ground, Um, like I would say player plus one would probably fix this issue. Um, but I'm not sure. Let's just try it. Platformer. I still can't jump. That's really annoying. Nano main. We can't jump because we're touching the ground. That's not supposed to happen that way. It's not supposed to happen. But what I could try is take the variable that we had for the player height. If I can just find it somewhere, it's player.h. I think it was that variable right here, player height, and I'm gonna use that to subtract it and just test it if it works. I don't know why it would. It shouldn't, but programmation is magic, so it might have fixed the issue, but it didn't. So that's not the problem. I'm sure the problem is here. The problem is in this condition. So basically, if I were to say, for example, the opposite of that, it should work. So if it's smaller, but then we will be able to jump all the time like in Flappy Bird, and it's not what we want. But just like you see, the jump mechanics still ain't working. So there's an issue here. There is a problem with that we created because it wasn't there before, and now we just can't jump. So the issue is not here. We just solved that part of the puzzle. Um, and if I go up here, and instead of saying that, we could say like +1 +1. That would be smart. I think that might fix the issue, but I doubt it. I doubt it will. It didn't fix the issue. We still can't jump. We still cannot jump. So, yeah, that's not the issue. The issue is elsewhere. I know what the issue is. It was right here. Player ground -1. That's it. I think that's it. I forgot like the original code. I would need to watch the video again to remind myself of what it was, but I think that this will fix the issue. Nope, we still cannot jump. That was a good guess though. That was a good guess that I had. So we wanted to make it so +1 would be -2, +1 would be -2, and that should work fine. No, I forgot to compile it first. Compile, then run. And another thing you can do with your compiler while I'm at it is to simply add the comment, like if it compiled successfully, then you want to run the program, which is platformer. Yeah, so that way when I do compile, it will also launch the program, and you can see that now we're not touching the ground, so that's good, that's progress, but we still cannot jump. And a way to fix this is going to be to go back into the code, to go where we had like this condition, and just say +2 is larger or smaller, and now it should work. It works! So now we have like this nice system, but the problem is that our character is floating like 1 or 2 pixels above the ground, and we don't want that. We want to fix that. That's something that we will have to eventually fix. Like if I go outside, can I? Like, yeah, I can go outside of the screen infinitely and I don't fall because there's collision for the height of the entire thing and not just the width of the platform, which is okay for now. It's just like we're testing stuff. We're just slowly but surely making stuff work. So now the thing that annoys me is like everything's working. I don't have reason to be annoyed right now. I should be happy that everything is working, but I'm not. So what I could do is -1. Here I put nothing, and here I do the same thing, and we recompile and see what's new. Can I jump now? I can jump, and there's a 1 pixel. I think there's 1 pixel difference between us and the ground. And if I were to remove that 1 pixel, we would go back to the previous issue that we had. And that's not what we want, do we? Is that? So an easy fix would probably just make the sprite a little bit larger than the collision. That would probably fix it. Is this a nice fix? No. Would it work? Probably. Like this won't work. It works. Okay, I can jump and do I have the 1 pixel spacing? If I look very closely, I don't know. I think that pretty much solved the issue. So that's good enough for me. Honestly, that is good enough for me. I don't need more than that. Now that's just for one collision, one rectangle. Now I need to mainstream this. This is just the basic template of how I create a shape and handle collision for it. Like I have update player here that checks for the collision only with the ground. So I'm gonna have to fix this, and that is going to be for another video. So hope you enjoyed this one, because if nobody liked it, I probably won't make another video on that, because apparently people don't care. And if people care about this video, if like I have a good enough reaction, enough people watching it, maybe I'll do another video on that, because people are interested. It's just I'm gonna try to follow people's interest while making my stuff that I do like usual. I know that people aren't that interested in Firefox extension, which is very strange, because it's very cool to be able to make your own extension. I think people should be more interested in that, because that's an amazing skills to have. Maybe it's just the way I presented it. Maybe people wanted to see more of the code, of how I did it. Tell me in the comment below, is that what you would be interested in seeing? Do you like these video about making video game? Which is something I haven't done in a while, in a long time. And I still have some issue with like I just installed recently the Game Maker Studio on my computer, even though I'm on Linux. Apparently now it's possible to do it, to have it and use it on Linux, but I'm having issue just setting up the account with Yo-Yo Game, and that's why I'm back to C. Yeah, because it's easier to start right now. I don't need to create an account or anything. I can just start making game, and I did. And we'll see where that leads us. We'll see if I can make something from that. That's the very basic beginner friendly minimum achievement. Like I really like how we draw stuff. I like how we use basic shape for everything, and it just works. You don't have to put sprites or anything. I think that is going to be the philosophy for this whole thing, to just use like render field rectangle. That's a really simplistic way of handling this, but it works. It does works, and I like it. That's it. Bye bye.